ଭୁଲିଗଲେ ନା?
ନାଇଁ ଅଛି କୁହ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ହଉ ଆଉ ତାହେଲେ ଦେଖା ହବ ତ?
ହଁ
ଆଜ୍ଞା ହଉ ଭାଇ ହଉ।
ହଁ ରୁହ ଗାଡିଟା ଆଣେ ଯିବାରୁ।
Good afternoon to everybody.
Good
Am I
afternoon, sir.
audible?
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, sir.
Good
afternoon, sir.
evening, sir.
Good
Good afternoon,
afternoon,
sir.
sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
evening,
afternoon,
sir.
sir.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you.
Namaskar,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Sir, namaskar.
Okay.
Good evening. Namaskar. Namaskar. Now we shall
Sir,
start
namaskar, sir.
our business. Today's the topic is understanding learning challenges of students with disabilities. As you know, previously, disabled students or handicapped students or impaired students were studying in special schools. They were not allowed to take admission in general schools, are not allowed to study with normal students in general classrooms. Nowadays, they are given opportunity to study with normal students in general classrooms. And the setting, as you know, it may be called inclusive education or it may be called integrated education of disabled students in integrated settings or mainstreaming of students. That's why we find disabled students in our schools. They are given opportunity to study with normal students. That's why we face challenges. As teacher, we face challenges to deal with those students. As you know, in special schools, only meant for deaf and dumb, there are deaf and dumb schools, blind schools, schools for mentally retarded children, and those teachers were specially trained to teach those students. Special training they were given to deal with those students. But here, special training, sometimes orientation training, special trainings, in service training were given to teachers to deal with those students. That's why we face a lot of challenges. So, first of all, we have to understand the nature and type of different disabled students. So far as World Health Organization is concerned, it has pointed out there were pointed out three dimensions of तीन डायमेंशन डिजेबिलिटी का तीन डायमेंशन पॉइंट आउट किया वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन in 2001. First dimension, that is impairment. What is impairment? Impairment means loss of physical structure as well as function. Loss of physical structure, loss of limbs, loss of vision, loss of hearing, loss of bodily parts. That's why, due to loss of bodily parts, they also lost physical functioning. Due to loss of bodily parts, they also lost physical functioning. Not only that, impairment also includes a loss of mental functioning. As you know, there are students who possess low memory power, low level of understanding. You may say slow learners, learning disabled. They also come under disabled category. That's why first dimension, as I have already mentioned, three dimensions of disabilities. First dimension, that is impairment. Impairment means loss of physical structure and function as well as mental functioning. Then second aspect, second dimension is activity limitation due to loss of physical limbs or mental functioning. Their activities are limited because hearing impaired children cannot listen to you. They cannot listen, nor they can speak. So far as the language is concerned, as you know, for communication purpose, there are four language skills. First one is listening. Second language skill is speaking. Third one is reading. And fourth one is writing. In case of hearing impaired children, they lost first two language skills. That is, they cannot listen to, nor they can speak. Similarly, in case of visual impaired, as you may say, blind students, as they have lost their vision, they cannot see, they cannot see. So far as language, communication skills or language skills are concerned, they can listen to you. They can speak, but they cannot read. They cannot read normal books. But by the help of, they can read Braille text, but as well as they can, by the help of Braille, they can also write. That's why their activity is limited. Their activity is limited so far as they face, they face difficulties to participate in different programs you conduct for normal children. That's why third dimension is their participation in different programs due to disability. Their participation is also limited. They face difficulty to participate in different activities, working, daily activities, recreational activities, social activities, and different
Dear learners, sir,
programs.
just a minute. Sir, just a minute. Dear learners, I request to all of you, kindly put your mic in the mute mode. Whatever the sir is going to talk to, try to listen. You put your mic in the mute mode. Lot of noise is coming.
बंगाली बाबा है डिफरेंट लगा हुआ
Students,
है
please requesting all of you,
लैंग्वेज ही समझ में
kindly
नहीं
put your mic in the
आता
mute mode.
उधर लोग बोल
Yes,
रहे थे
yes.
समझ में नहीं यार लिख रहे हो उसमें
It is very
कुछ समझ में
important
नहीं आ
thing.
रहा है क्या पढ़ा रहे हो
Important.
I request
should
to
कभी
all
कुछ
the
पढ़ा
parents,
नहीं
you
मुझे
are
ऐसे लगता है
teachers.
किताब खोल के रखा है
You
तो
should
पढ़ता है इट मींस
mute your
इट
mic.
मींस
Your
ये
mic,
Okay.
mute your mic.
Otherwise, disturbances is taking
If
place.
you don't want to listen, then you just leave out.
Yes. Please mute. I request all of you to mute your mic
है
and just
हाँ
listen to you.
माइक म्यूट
Whenever
है
you
अपना
want
हाँ
to
हाँ
speak, you can
सब
speak to
कुछ
me. You can put question to me. But first of all, mute your mic first. That's why
बंगाली
there are
बाबा
three
लगेंगे
dimensions of disabilities as I have cited. First one is impairment. Second dimension is activity limitation. Third one is participation restriction. Right of Persons with Disability Act of India in 2016
आज किताब बस
have
ले लेंगे एनसीसी का काम
mentioned
तो बाद में किताब
again
बस ले
someone
लेंगे
is
एनसीसी का तो ऑर्डर ही करना है सीधा आपको
अरे भाई
वो तो चाहे इधर जाके करो चाहे उधर से कर दो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है
माइक को म्यूट करना
हमारा शॉपिंग का
चाहिए
ड्रेस लेना
उसको
है
तो क्या
देखना है
सामान लेके आना है ड्रेस का नाप लेना है जूते का नाप
मैन
लेना
सर
है
आपका माइक ऑन है मैन सर आपका माइक ऑन है माइक ऑफ कर दीजिए
नीरज
नहीं वो भी क्या है ना
प्लीज
थोड़ा वो वाला बता रहा है ना मल्टी कल्चरल क्लास
नीरज
कल ही मैंने
प्लीज
मेरी गाड़ी वहां
प्लीज
लगा
नहीं
म्यूट योर
तो
माइक
सही है उसको तो ऑर्डर देना है आपका
प्लीज
आप
म्यूट
किताब
योर
उठा लो
माइक
हम वो ले लें एक फ्लैग वो झंडे कटवा दें और वो ले लें
क्योंकि हमारा क्या है किताब का तो
पसंद करके लेके जाना है ना।
तो टाइम लगेगा।
Please
नहीं
mute
नहीं,
your
हमने
mic.
तो निकाल के रख दे, आप बता दो उसको।
Hello.
बता दिया एनडीए पाथ फाइंडर रखना है, सीयूटी की जितने टाइप की किताब आ रही सब रख देना। हाँ,
Please
स्वामी
mute your
पब्लिकेशन
mic.
का है।
Please mute.
महेंद्र सिंह
Please
पटेल, आपका माइक चालू है, बंद करिए।
Sir, you can mute them from there also.
Please mute your mic first. Okay. Then there are 21 types of disabilities cited in a Right to Person with Disability Act 2016 in India. So far as that act is concerned, they have mentioned special needs of those students in education, which includes special support in education. They need special support in education. They need special aids and appliances, special aids and appliances like hearing aids, then magnified glass, so far as blind students are concerned, braille, tape recorder. These are the special appliances they also require, and special teaching learning aids. Special teaching learning aids they also require, and they also require some support relating to examination related activities. For example, written exam. We conduct a written exam for all. But blind students may not be benefited out of that written exam. Then for them, we can conduct observation. Written examination is not the only method which nowadays is used to assess academic progress of the students. There are many techniques by which we can assess the academic performance of the students. That's why, so far as the written exam is concerned, blind students may not be benefited out of that examination. That's why oral method, we interview, observation method, different types of techniques or methods of assessment as a teacher you can use to assess the performance or academic progress of disabled students. We must be conscious about all those things. Then teaching learning aids. We know visual aids, audio aids, chart, map, audio visual aids, and so far as you see, blind students are there, visual aids, they will not be benefited out of visual teaching aids. That's why map, visual, ordinary maps, general maps for teaching geography or teaching history, we use sometimes maps, or most of the times we use map for teaching geography. They will not be benefited out of that normal maps. Embossed maps, magnified glass. Okay, then large print materials, audio, not video materials, audio materials for blind students, video materials for hearing impaired children. That is models, so that they can sense models. That is very much essential to deal with the challenges of those disabled students. Then one by one, I may discuss some of the important disabled nature of disabled students, type of disabled students. In this context, let me discuss about visually impaired children. Generally, they are called blind children. And as you know, they have lost their vision. As they have lost their vision, they cannot see. Out of 5 sense organs, as they have lost their vision, they cannot see. Then how they should progress academically, successfully, with success, academically progress. How can you ensure their academic progress with success? That is the main concern. And there are different types of visually impaired children. Some visually impaired children, they have lost their vision at the time of birth. And some have lost their visions after birth due to accident, due to some diseases. Okay. Then there are also some visually impaired students who are totally lost their vision. They cannot see totally. There are some visually impaired children who are called partially sighted children. In our general concept, we use partially sighted children, totally blind children, and partially sighted children. Partially sighted children with special special lens or magnified glasses, they can be benefited or they can be taught as they are partially sighted. Anyway, mainly these are but they have low visions. Partially sighted children, they have low visions. Okay, total blind children whose visual acuity does not exceed 20 by 200 in Snell's chart. Snell's chart is used to measure or to categorize who are totally blind, who are partially sighted. Okay, and that Snell's chart, so far as Snell's chart is concerned, we can assess their visual acuity, and whose visual acuity does not exceed 20 by 2000. They are called totally blind children. And partially sighted children, 20 by 70 to 20 by 200, between 20 by 70 to 20 by 200, their visual acuity falls. Okay, that's why these are the different types of visually impaired children. Now, as you know, they find difficulties in accessing written something written or visual information, written information and visual informations. Difficulties. Most of the time we use blackboard in our school and write something on the blackboard, but visually impaired children will not be benefited out of blackboard work. Remember, we must be conscious about that thing, because they find difficulties in accessing visual information, written information. They need special appliances like Braille, audio tapes, iPad, large print material they want, magnified glass they require, and special support materials like embossed map, as I have already discussed, specific teaching learning materials they want, which can be models they can touch and understand by touching. Okay, but graphs, written blackboard works, then ordinary maps, general book. So children are concerned, they require special training. First special training is mobility training. Whenever they take admission in the school for the first time, they do not know the location of classroom. They do not know the location of playground, location of washroom, location of canteen, location of principal's room, library, laboratory. Okay, that's why special training for movement, that is called mobility training, they need. Blind students or visually impaired students require mobility training to locate classroom, locate the position of the door, windows, locate the position of the chair in the classroom, locate how to locate, that is locational training, we say mobility training, how to go to the washroom, okay, moving on the veranda, playground, special training at the beginning stage they require. As a teacher, you must take care of.
Excuse me, sir. You are discussing about visually handicapped students, right, sir? Visually handicapped students. Till the date, is there any instance in Navodaya the blind students are coming to Navodaya, complete blind students? Only 40%, those who are having 40% eyesight problem, are more than 40 to nearly 60. You may take. These students are coming to the Navodaya. I said visually just impaired, that they can see, they can read, but complete handicapped, blind students, they are not coming to the school. This is right, sir. This is a practical. So you are talking, you are speaking, you are discussing about the visually handicapped, complete visually handicapped students. I think. At
the beginning, yes, in the beginning, I have already discussed about two types of visually impaired children. I have already discussed. One is partially sighted, and another is totally blind children. Okay, that's why.
Then we may discuss on partially handicapped students, not on complete handicapped students.
If they come, if total blind students will take admission, we will not allow them. And total blind students, if they want to take admission, we will grant them. We will not allow them.
Just a minute.
अरे भाई सुनिए, total blind students if they want to take admission in laboratory, we will not allow them to take admission.
Is there any provision to take admission of that child in Navodaya committee?
You cannot say they should not be admitted. Government wants they should study along with the normal children. Who are you to divide them? Your work is not to divide them. Your work is to how to deal with those children.
Till date, sir, you see, 47 years I have served in Navodaya Samiti. Till date, I have not seen any complete blind student in Navodaya.
In your school, total blind. In your school, total blind children, but in other schools, they are studying.
I am not
Sir,
saying about
just
my
a minute. Sir, just a minute. No need to argue. It is there in their syllabus. Let them complete the syllabus first. Then you will go to your complete. Let them complete the syllabus of प्रथमे तांको syllabus complete କରିବାକୁ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ. Then we will argue what to do in our future. They are not aware about the
President.
so no need to argue with them. It is there in their syllabus of activity, and you have to write in the examination also. Why, what he said?
Sorry.
Simply what he said. Why no?
I am saying the practical knowledge.
We are also doing the practical problem.
क्वेश्चन बाद में पूछिए
Let him complete the syllabus.
Yeah, okay.
You have to write in the examination.
क्वेश्चन बाद में पूछिए पहले सुन लीजिए आप लोग
Examination, he told me 50% or 40%.
Sir, you carry on, sir.
Let us discuss. Let me
आवाज
discuss.
साफ
Let
नहीं
me
आ रही
deliver
सर
my topic.
आवाज इको
Okay.
कर रही है
Okay, please mute your instrument. Mute in mute. Keep it in mute state. Then they require those visual impaired children require magnified glass, recording device. That's why you must be sensitive to the learning needs. What type of methods you have to use or techniques that you have to use to deal with those students? That is learning by, as you know, learning by doing method. That is the best method to deal with those students, learning by doing method. Cooperative learning method, as I have already discussed with you yesterday. Small groups, divide your class into small groups consisting of 5 to 6 students, and all must be heterogeneous in nature. Students, yesterday, first of all, you have to divide your classroom, students of your classroom into small groups. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, which must consist of 5 to 6 children with different abilities as well as disabilities, with different cultural backgrounds. And it must be heterogeneous in nature. That's why you can teach those children by using cooperative learning method or group work strategies. That's why they will be benefited out of it. And besides that, oral approach you can use, by which visual impaired children can be benefited. Reading aloud, by using reading aloud method, using this method, you can teach the topic in the classroom so that they will be benefited. Then field trip, physical activities, modeling, physical activity, use of Braille. Besides that, they want motivation from the teacher. You have to use some motivational techniques. How to motivate them psychologically. How to encourage them psychologically. Encouragement, they want motivation from the teacher. As you know, so far as motivational techniques concerned.
मोबाइल कौन रख रहा है मोबाइल के जेब में रखिए मोबाइल रख देते हैं
Please keep your device in a mute mode. It is creating disturbance. Then, motivational technique, as I have already discussed, as I have already cited, motivational praise. We have to praise them. Very good, excellent. They want praise, positive reinforcement. And whatever you teach to them, it must be according to their interest.
पता नहीं क्या इंग्लिश में बड़बड़ बड़बड़
According
किए
to
जा
their
रहे हैं, बहुत देर
interest.
से कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा। उनको हिंदी नहीं आती है क्या, थोड़ा सा हिंदी में भी बोल देते।
Please keep silence.
कल गए थे,
Keep your device
ऐसे
in a
कैसे
mute
चलेगा
mode.
जी? 12
Keep
दिन क्लास
silence.
एकदम बोरिंग जैसा लग रहा है।
Disturbance is coming. Please keep your device in a silence mode. That means mute mode, and don't create any disturbances. Please, silence. And social support, social mode. That is, you can form small groups for cooperative learning, for group work, for peer tutorial. These are the some of the techniques we can use to deal with students with hearing loss, visually impaired children.
क्या चाह रहे सर? वही सुन रहा हूँ। माइक ऑन है क्या सर? सर माइक ऑन है क्या?
Mic disturbances is coming, so you should keep silence first. Tell your friends to keep silence. Silence. Keep silence. Disturbances is created. Hello.
बात एसेंट से पता चल रहा है।
Disturbances is created. That's why I am keeping myself
टेबल पे
silent.
पानी का गिलास है क्या?
Pardon? Then let me discuss next category.
So let's discuss, sir.
Pardon? Let me discuss on hearing impaired children. Hearing impaired children. Pardon? Am I audible or not? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
You are audible.
Yes,
You are
audible, sir, audible.
sir.
We are audible, sir.
Yes, keep silence and listen to me. Okay.
Sorry, sir. We are having a volleyball match, so we can't be silent. Thank
Then
you for
let us
your.
create a disturbances. We are here to create a disturbances. Talk
Sir,
ourselves.
we are from a noble institution. Don't pass such type of negative impact on IGNOU. Navodaya Vidyalaya brand, please feel that much honest in this classroom. We are in a positive background brand. Don't try to give a wrong message to the system. Volleyball match is going on. You please mute your mobile.
Yes. Let us discuss next category of disabled students. They are called hearing impaired children. Hearing impaired children, as you know, they have lost their hearing, and as they have lost their hearing, they cannot listen to you, nor that they cannot speak. Neither they listen to you, nor they can speak. That's why there is a problem on their part. How to deal with them? First of all, you must know about different types of hearing impaired children. So far as hearing impaired children are concerned, hearing loss, I mean, their hearing threshold level should be assessed to know which type of hearing impaired children they are. Hearing impaired children are mostly of 5 types: mild hearing impaired children, then moderate hearing impaired children, then moderately severe hearing impaired children, severe hearing impaired children, and profound hearing impaired children. Profound hearing impaired children, their hearing loss or hearing threshold level, which is measured by decibel, is above 90. Mild hearing impaired children, their hearing threshold level falls between 27 to 40 decibel, which is measured by decibel. Their hearing loss or hearing threshold level falls between 27 to 40. They are called mild hearing impaired children. Then moderate, 41 to 55 dB. Their hearing threshold level falls between 41 to 55. They are called moderate hearing impaired children. Then moderately severe hearing loss falls between 56 to 70 decibel. And severe category, they are, as you know, 71 to 89 decibel. And profound, above 90 decibel. And another category, sometimes after, as I have already, I told you that hearing, due to loss of hearing, they cannot listen to, nor they can speak to. But again, two types of hearing impaired children are there. One is prelingually hearing impaired children and postlingually hearing impaired children. Due to some accident or due to some disease, after onset of language, if someone becomes hearing impaired, they are called postlingually hearing impaired children. Means language takes place at the age of 2. As you know, language takes place. One can speak with a sentence, with a correct sentence, with a subject and verb at the age of 2. Normally, a child can speak a meaningful sentence with a subject and a verb at the age of 2. And after 2 years, if someone becomes hearing impaired, they are called postlingually hearing impaired children. Postlingually hearing impaired children. And before onset of language, if someone becomes hearing impaired, they are called prelingually hearing impaired children. Prelingually, mostly prelingually hearing impaired children cannot listen to nor cannot speak. Remember, but they can read and they can write. You must know about these types of hearing impaired children. And there are again congenital hearing impaired children and acquired hearing impaired children. Congenital means at the time of birth, they have become hearing impaired. And after birth, due to accident, they have become hearing impaired. They are called acquired hearing impaired children. Okay. Right to Persons with Disabilities Act 2020 in India has pointed out to two types of hearing impaired children. One is deaf, whose hearing loss is above 70 decibel, and hard of hearing. Two categories of hearing impaired children have been mentioned in that act. One is deaf and another is hard of hearing. Hard of hearing means whose hearing threshold levels falls between 60 to 70 decibel. They are called hard of hearing. And what are the difficulties they face? Hearing impaired children, their speech is also impaired. They cannot speak. Language deficiency and problem in listening and speaking. That is the difficulties they face. Then, area of training. What type of training or how to deal with the challenges of hearing impaired children? That is our main concern. We have to use or we have to focus on visual strategies. Visual strategies should be given more importance in the classroom. Besides that, writing, blackboard work should be given more importance. to deal with those students. There must be, you must maintain balance. You must maintain balance. If you give stress on writing, then normal students will not be benefited. Blind students will not be benefited. Deaf and dumb students are there, blind students are there, normal students are there. That's why different types of techniques you have to use. Written, blackboard work, then lecture method, discussion method, activity-based method, oral approach, different, various, multiple techniques, multiple methods, techniques, skills you have to use in the classroom so that all types of students will be benefited out of teaching. If you only focus on oral approach, then hearing impaired children will not be benefited. If you only focus on blackboard work, written work, then blind students will not be benefited. That's why you must maintain balance of using different techniques, strategies, and methods in the classroom. So far as hearing impaired children are concerned, as you know, they are more benefited out of the visual materials, use of visual materials, written materials. Okay, and they will not be benefited out of verbal discussion method, verbal method, but they will be benefited out of observation method, experimentation method, then that is visual teaching learning aids, visual aids, but audio aids, they will not be benefited out of audio aids, visual aids, then graphs, visual teaching aids, video, and besides that, sign language, body language, and gesture, posture, lip reading, okay, action, you have to use in the classroom for their benefit. Then, besides that, assistive aids, those who are totally or profound blind or totally deaf, assistive aids, as you know,
Excuse me, sir.
smart technology, hearing aids.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we're most of we are art teachers. We will teach art. We will not teach language. Then how we will teach the art to the visually impaired student? Please tell, sir.
Art. For teaching arts, okay. For teaching art, what is necessary? Some information is necessary. Principles, theoretical background, theoretical principles,
No,
how
sir.
to draw.
This is the visual art, sir. Visual art.
Visual arts,
If you will give
but
the info,
you see,
ଆମେ
for
ଯଦି
riding
ଖାଲି ତାକୁ
bicycle,
instruction ଦେବା ତାହେଲେ ତ what is
cognitive
benefited?
skill is required. For riding a bicycle, even for riding any skill, for riding bicycle, driving a car, first of all, three things are important. One is the cognitive aspect is required, theoretical aspect for dance, even for dance, theoretical aspect is required. Theoretical information
No,
is
sir.
required.
I am asking about visual art, not performing art.
Okay, for visual art.
Yes,
How
sir.
will you teach to them visual art? Without theoretical background, you are teaching art to the students just by drawing. What are the techniques?
How
What
a
are the
blind can draw,
principles?
sir?
First of all, you have to provide some information, theoretical information before going to draw art. That is the necessary. You are not giving any information to the students. You give information to the student to draw an art without giving any theoretical background. अरे किताब है, drawing is very difficult. कैसे ड्राइंग करना पड़े, कैसे पेंसिल को पकड़ना चाहिए, तो ये जो कलर बॉक्स को कौन कलर चाहिए, कैसे कलर को मिक्स करना चाहिए, कलर का क्वांटिटी कितना होना चाहिए, अब तो इनको देना चाहिए इंफॉर्मेशन फास्ट ना, कॉग्निटिव इंफॉर्मेशन. Without giving cognitive information, you are teaching art. From where you got training? Art training. You might have got, you have appeared at examination, theoretical examination. Now only performing act means, performing act means
hello,
there
sir.
is no viva
Sir,
exam. You
आपको
do
जो
not
color
appear
কথা
exam
কহিলে, a
to
blind
get
person
certificate.
did not see color. He cannot identify any color. How he will get the knowledge about color?
Oh, hearing impaired children, they cannot see color. Hearing impaired children.
No,
Hearing impaired
I
children,
am
they
telling
cannot.
about visual impairment.
Are visual impaired children, they cannot
A
draw.
deaf, if
They
a
do
deaf
not.
person, how we can teach the art to a deaf person?
Visual information through
No,
gesture,
deaf
through
cannot hear,
posture,
sir.
through activity, through gesture, through posture. You can give the information. Through sign language, gesture, posture, activity, best method, you can give the information to them. That's why I am dealing with, I have to deal with the challenges of those students. You have to listen to gesture, posture, verbal instruction they cannot listen to. But gesture, posture, through activity, you can provide them information. Okay. They can be benefited out of gesture, posture, activities. They can observe. Okay. They can see print materials. They can see different types of art already drawn by you or drawn by somebody once, and they know the technique. Okay. They cannot listen to you. But through activities, you can teach it is not very difficult to teach them. Okay. Then, visual strategies. You can use visual strategies, visual aids. You can use visual aids, visual clips, models, then visual pictures. Visual mode you can use to teach them art. No problem. Even English teacher, visual modes. Mathematics teacher, visual modes. Visual modes should be given more importance. Okay. To deal with those students. Then, besides that, video clips, slideshow, then chart, map, picture, models, they will benefit sign language, body language, gesture, posture. These are the techniques you can use to deal with those students, hearing impaired children. And besides that, demonstration, project method, cooperative learning method, you can use. Activity-based method, learning by doing method, activity-based method you can use for teaching any topic to them. Concrete materials, then affective reinforcement. If you provide them praise, they will not be benefited. Smiling, nodding your head, smile. Affective, that means motivational technique. We use reinforcement. What type of reinforcement should we provide to hearing impaired children?
बहुत लेट करा देते हैं अंदर क्यों?
हाँ नहीं सर, आज तो जल्दी छोड़ दिए कि रिलीव कर देते हैं, वो टेप चिपकाना, फिर उसके ऊपर में साइन कराते, पूरा सील वील होता है।
अरे तो दो इन्विजिलेटर रहे हो जाता है।
हम लोग बाहर से 2 लोग आए थे, तो इसलिए हम लोग से करा रहे थे। एक और स्कूल से आए थे और एक नवोदय से बैच थी, तो इसलिए हम ही लोग को रोक के रखे थे, बाकी तो वही वाले थे।
हाँ वही तो बहुत समय
अपना ये बंद करिए।
होता ही है, 1 घंटा लगता है बोल रहे थे, पर मुझे तो जल्दी चाहिए।
So far as praise is concerned, verbal praise, very good. They will not, because they cannot listen to you, they will not be benefited. Smiling, nodding your head, patting their back, very good. Patting, smiling, nodding your head, even nodding your head, smiling. This type of
दो रन लीजिए सर।
By using this type of technique, you can motivate those children. Besides that, as I have already told, in the context of dealing with visually impaired children, for hearing impaired children, you can also use cooperative learning method, group strategies, then program according to their conduct, program according to their interest. Okay, they will be benefited out of it. The next category, very important category of students, we say, who have lost their mental functioning. Okay, they are called slow learners, as well as we may say learning disabled students. There are learning disabled students we find in the classroom. Who are learning disabled students? Who are learning disabled students? What is the difference between slow learner and a learning disabled? Slow learner and a learning disabled students. Do you know the difference between slow learner and learning disabled? In psychology, educational psychology, you might have come across slow learners. Slow learners are those whose IQ falls between 70 to 90. On the basis of IQ, intelligence quotient, IQ, intellectual, as you know, there is a positive relationship between intelligence and achievement. The students whose IQ is very good, their achievement will be very good. And we know that there are students whose IQ is very low, their achievement will be very low. There is positive relationship between intelligence and achievement. And on the basis of IQ, mentally retarded children are slow learners, idiots, morons, imbeciles. Okay, slow learners are pointed out. And slow learners, they have slow memory power, low understanding power. Slow learners, they face difficulties to understand abstract concepts. Okay, they are slow learners. Their IQ falls between 70 to 90. But who are learning disabled students? Who are learning disabled students? Learning disabled students whose IQ is very high. IQ is very high. Intellectual ability is very high, but their achievement is very low.
Achievement is very low.
Very, very, very low. IQ is very high, but achievement is very low. They are called learning disabled students. Remember. Minimal brain, in other term, we use minimal brain dysfunctioning. MBD. Learning disabled means MBD. Minimal brain dysfunction. Due to some defect in their brain, functioning of their brain, they become learning disabled. But their IQ is very high. They face difficulty. There are different types of learning disabled students. Dyslexia. They find difficulties in reading. They face difficulties in reading. Dyslexia. There are some learning disabled students who face difficulties in mathematical calculation. We say dyscalculia. Arithmetics, difficulties in arithmetics, aphasia. Okay, different types of learning disabled students are there. Okay, and you know, there are also, they face problem in writing. Writing, they face problem, dysgraphia. We say dysgraphia. Commit mistake in writing. They cannot face difficulties in uttering words, reading books. face difficulties in reading, arithmetic calculation, they face difficulties, dyscalculia, arithmetics, writing, dysgraphia. Okay, they are called minimal due to minimal brain dysfunction. They become learning disabled. Though they are okay. They are highly intelligent person, but they face difficulties. But mentally retarded children, on the basis of IQ, idiots. Those whose IQ, they cannot be benefited out of out of the teaching. Idiots. IQ is below 26. Very difficult case to deal with those children on the part of a normal children. We can deal with trainable, mentally retarded children.
अमित गर्ग जी
or
प्लीज माइक म्यूट कीजिए.
slow learners. We can deal with the slow learners, but totally mentally retarded children, idiots, imbeciles, morons. Very
अमित गर्ग
difficult
जी
to deal
प्लीज
with.
अपना माइक म्यूट कीजिए प्लीज.
यस सर.
बहुत डिस्टरबेंस हो रहा है.
Okay.
4 रन 4.
Idiot. Slow
Amit
learners,
Gurte
as I
ji.
have already discussed, they will be benefited.
Sir, let me know about
benefited
aphasia.
out of the teaching.
What is this aphasia, sir?
यस सर कर रहा हूँ.
But idiots, morons, whose IQ is below 26, and imbeciles whose IQ is between 26 to 40, they will not be benefited out of normal classroom. And morons, trainable, mentally retarded children whose IQ is between 40 to 65 or 70, and slow learners,
इसको भेज तिवारी,
morons can
इसको
be
भेज.
benefited out of vocational education or training, vocational education. Slow learners, though they will progress slowly, but they will be benefited out of the teaching. And what are the problems with those type of students?
सामान लेना 2-400
Problems
बीच में
are
छूट गया है.
low memory. They cannot low memory power due to loss of brain functioning or mental functioning. They possess low memory power, low level of understanding. Their understanding level is very low. They will not be benefited out of abstract materials. Then how to deal with those students in the classroom? It is a challenge on our part as a teacher. We must know how they will be benefited. Hello? How they will be benefited? That's slow learners. How slow learners will be benefited? Which type of technique, which type of method as a teacher we have to use so that they will be benefited out of your teaching? Simple to complex. The principle that we have learned, that is simple to complex. Simple example. Start your teaching with simple example and go to the complex. Then concrete to abstract. Use concrete materials. What will they want?
सामान उठवा लो यार, आ जाओ.
You have to teaching learning materials you have to use.
अरे यार, वहां से कोई ब्रेसर्स ले जाएगा, अकल नहीं तुमको? यहाँ ज्यादा सुरक्षित था ना, तो हमने क्या बोला था तुमको कि वहीं रहने देना बोला था ना? पागल है, वहां कोई भी ब्रेसर्स ले गया, अभी तुमसे भरवाई हम बेटा, याद रखना.
मुकेश प्रजापति जी अपना माइक म्यूट रखिए.
ओके सर, ओके.
Yes. Then first of all, as you know, for the benefit, as they cannot understand you, they find difficulties to understand you, your teaching. For the benefit of those students, you have to follow the principle of simple to complex, then concrete to abstract, concrete materials you have to use for the benefit of those students. Teaching learning aids, pictures, direct objects, models, they want concrete materials. And examples, simple example. To make them understand a difficult concept, you take the help of different examples. And there, yesterday, as I have already discussed with you, their social experiences, take the help of experiential learning, their social experiences, their social knowledge of their social background, what they have learned from their society. Okay, root of the knowledge, yesterday I have discussed with you, root of the knowledge, mostly exist with the social experience as well as family experience of the students. Social experience of the students and family experience of the students should be used to teach difficult concepts. They will be benefited out of it. And experiential learning, experience means through their 5 sense organs. Okay, they should experience something, not only by listening. They should use their vision, they should use their listening, they should use their hands, okay, body, touch, smell, 5 sense organs, smell, touch, tongue, taste, okay, 5 sense organs. How the 5 sense organs could be used to experience some concrete examples. But as a teacher in the classroom, we give trace on vision as well as that is ear, vision and hearing. These 2 sense organs are used mostly. Students through discussion listen to, listening, and that is seeing and listening, sight and listen. These 2 sense organs are given importance. But all sense organs, how all sense organs should be used, multiple sense organs, multiple way to experience something. Okay, experience something, direct experience. Direct experience, you have to use direct experience of the students which they have got from their family, from their society. As a teacher, you can use mostly those experiences. As you know, different, there is no single universal method which a teacher can use to teach students. There is no single method. There is no single strategy. There is no single technique that a teacher can use to deal with different types of students in a classroom. Or students, or disabled students in the classroom. Multiple strategies, remember, multiple techniques, multiple methods, multiple teaching learning aids, multiple programs you can conduct in the school for the benefit of disabled students according to their interest, according to their needs. Okay. Multiple strategies, multiple methods. And as I have already discussed with you, they want special support relating to assessment, evaluation and assessment. Assessment technique, in the beginning I have told that we focus on pen and pencil test nowadays. Pen and pencil test is used to assess the performance of the students, pen and pencil. Remember, there are multiple methods which could be used besides pen and pencil test to assess the performance of disabled students. Pen and pencil test, very easy method to assess the achievement of the normal students. To assess the performance of deaf and dumb students, to assess the performance of visually impaired children in your school, which method you are using? In Navodaya school, which method you are using? Only pen and pencil test, I think. Now, other test you are using? Tell me. Someone was telling me that assessment is going on. We are assessing or evaluation or examination is going on. What type of technique that is used in Navodaya Vidyalaya to assess the performance of the students? Pen and pencil test, or besides pen and pencil test, other techniques that you use in Navodaya Vidyalaya to assess the performance of different types of students? Anybody? Pen and pencil test, only one single method. Examination method, perhaps. No, it is wrong. You should not use pen and pencil test to assess the performance of blind students, deaf and dumb students, learning disabled students. Okay. They are not, their quality, their performance, their knowledge, their skill, their attitude cannot be assessed only by pen and pencil test. That's why multiple methods you can use to assess their achievement or performance. Checklist, rating scale, observational techniques you can use, anecdotal record, portfolio, rubric, portfolio evaluation, rubric you can use. You can use checklist, rating scale, observational technique, interview method. Interview means oral method. You can use oral method to test their knowledge. Different strategies are, even observation method. You can use, observe their activities, put them in a problematic situation, give them a problem, observe their activities and record your observation, participant observation. There are many techniques, many strategies according to their need you have to use to assess the performance of the students. Otherwise, they will not be benefited. So, as a teacher, multiple methods, multiple techniques, multiple strategies, multiple skills, okay, you must use. And before that, you must know the utility of those methods. Learning by doing method. Who will be benefited out of learning by doing method? You must know it. Concrete teaching learning aids, visual aids. Who will be benefited by using visual aids? Who will be benefited by using audio aids, tape recorder. Who will be benefited by using tape recorder? As a teacher, sometimes in your school you ban mobile. You ban. Mobile is not allowed by the student in the classroom. Then if nowadays by using mobile one can record your voice. Okay, blind students should be given scope to use mobile in the classroom to record your teaching, but they are not allowed. You are rigid. Don't allow student to bring mobile into the classroom. You see, you have to change that attitude. Blind student will be allowed to use mobile, because by using mobile they can record your voice, and after classroom is over they can listen again to your voice and understand. Okay, as they cannot read books, blind students cannot read books, or you have to provide them recording materials. They should record your voice. Okay, then visual aids you can use for hearing impaired children. Both audio visual aids can be used for normal students. Okay, must be conscious while selecting different types of aids, teaching learning aids for dealing with a particular topic in the classroom by a teacher, so that all will be benefited. Very important thing. Selection of teaching learning aids, supportive materials, then assessment techniques. Selection is very, very important. Selection. Take care of. While selecting different teaching learning materials to deal with students, or different teaching learning strategies to deal with students, or disabled students, normal students. Normal students will be benefited, disabled students will be benefited. That's why we must be conscious about selecting different methods of teaching, techniques of teaching, then reinforcement. If you say only very good, very good, very good, blind students will be benefited, normal students will be benefited out of verbal reinforcement, but hearing impaired children will not be benefited out of verbal reinforcement. That's why non-verbal reinforcement should be given to them, so that they will be motivated, they will be benefited. Non-verbal reinforcement, non-verbal reinforcement, and written reinforcement. Non-verbal reinforcement, as I have already discussed, that is smiling, nodding your head, that is non-verbal reinforcement. Gesture, posture, smiling, they will be encouraged. Written on their assignment, or while checking their assignment, give a remark, very good, excellent, very good, excellent, right? After while checking their assignments, you can give reinforcement, very good, written. They will be, hearing impaired children will be benefited out of that written reinforcement. Reward, praise, rewarding for their achievement, for their success, reward, certificate, rewards. Okay, some rewards you can provide, reinforcement, very important. Three things are important so far as achievement of the student is concerned. Three things are important. Three factors are important, remember. First one is intellectual factor, or we may say hereditary factor. Genetic factor is required for achievement. Second one is environmental factor, environment. Third one is motivational factor or will to achieve, achievement motivation factor. Three factors are very, very important for the success and for the progress of students in the classroom. As a teacher, we have no control over the hereditary factor of a student because we have no control. Heredity, transmission of genes from generation to generation, from your father, from your grandfathers, genetic factors. Okay, genetic factors that you have inherited from your parents, from your grandparents, grandfathers. We have no control as a teacher. Second factor over which we have control, that is the environmental factor. Good classroom environment. Good classroom environment we can create. Again, I am repeating these three words. First one is hereditary factor. Second one is the environmental factor. Environmental factor, we have control as a teacher. We can create good environment in the classroom as well as outside the classroom. In the hostel, in the playground, outside the classroom, we can create good environmental factor so that student will be benefited out of that environmental factor. Therefore, we can ensure success on the part of the students, good achievement on the part of the student. Third factor is very important. Third factor, that is achievement motivation factor, motivational factor. Will to achieve is very, very important. As you know, a slum dwellers, rickshaw puller, a small dweller, or a son or a daughter of a rickshaw puller who are staying in slum areas. They are becoming scientists, engineers, IS officers, doctors. Which factor here is very important? Here is which factor important? Slum area, environment factor is not good. Rickshaw puller, father, parents, then genetic factor, hereditary factor is not good. But they are becoming, sons and daughters are becoming IS officers, engineers, doctors. Why? Which is most important factor? Motivational factor, will to achieve. I should be a doctor. That motivational factor is very important. And due to that motivational factor, they are becoming IS officers. They are becoming doctors, engineers. Okay, very good scientist, motivational factor. That's why, as a teacher, we have control over that motivational factor. We can create motivation on the part of the students. We can encourage students, motivate students how to secure success in their future life, motivate. That, over that factor, teacher has control. We can provide praise, affection, reward students, motivate students, even by smiling. Simple smiling, simple smiling in the classroom matters a lot. They will be motivated out of, students can be motivated out of that small technique, that is smiling technique. Remember, it is very important. Smiling, simple smiling in the classroom matters a lot. It helps students to motivate. Simple smiling. Reward, a big motivational factor. Smiling, nodding your head, thank you, very good. So reinforcement, we say reinforcement or motivational factors we can encourage students. That's why 3 factors, as I have already discussed with you, are very, very, very important for success, for achievement, for academic progress of the students. And over motivational factor, how to generate will to achieve, how to motivate the student to achieve, how to create internal motivation on the part of the students, teacher can play a significant role. How to create a good environment, you can play significant role. But so far as a hereditary factor is concerned, you have no control as a teacher over hereditary factor. If 2 factors will get okay, if 2 factors, that is will to achieve, motivational factor and environmental factor will be good, then at least you can ensure 60 to 70% academic progress, 70% academic progress, 30, 30, 30, 100, 33, 33, 33, 66. Hereditary factor, let us say 10, may not be 33, at least 10% contribution, 33, 33, 66, 10, at least 70, 76% success you can ensure on the part of your students. All will be benefited. Different techniques, strategies, methods, skills as a teacher you should apply in the classroom for the benefit of students with disabilities. Now, the topic is over and you can ask questions for discussion. If you have any queries or your experience, you can ask from your experiences. Any queries if you have, then you can ask. Hello. For discussion, ask questions. No question. Any question for discussion on this particular topic, you can ask. Hello. No question. Should I stop? Okay. Thank you all. Let us stop our deliberation. And tomorrow we have to meet.
सर आपसे एक निवेदन है कि थोड़ा सा हिंदी में आप हमें समझाइए तो थोड़ा समझ में आएगा हमें।
6:30 only सर।
हेलो, ये जो टॉपिक का ऊपर कोई दिक्कत है आपका? क्वेश्चन पूछो, डिस्कशन करेंगे। कुछ दिक्कत है तो क्वेश्चन पूछिए, क्या दिक्कत है आपका?
हेलो सर, आर यू लिसनिंग मी?
कोई दिक्कत है? हाउ टू डील विथ दैट challenged students, that is disabled students. भिन्नक्षम स्टूडेंट को कैसे डील करेंगे क्लासरूम में? ये जो टेक्निक हम डिस्कशन किया, स्ट्रैटेजी डिस्कशन किया, कुछ दिक्कत है तो बोलिए। कुछ
नहीं सर, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
डिस्कशन करेंगे, आपका कोई दिक्कत है तो पूछिए आप, कुछ दिक्कत है तो पूछिए।
सर अभी तक बुक्स वगैरह नहीं मिली है।
बुक्स दे दिए गए। ये मुझको बोले थे आप जो कल कंप्लेन किया था जो आपका स्कूल का टाइम का चेंज करने के लिए मुझको ये पूछे, मैं बोला जो ठीक है चेंज कर दो सुबह 9 से 11, फिर ये बोला जो ओके लेट मी डिस्कस 9 AM to 11 AM सुबह क्लास करने के लिए। मैं बोला बोलिए, फिर बोला जो नहीं सर,
ओके ओके सर,
जो आप बोले थे ना कंप्लेन किया था ना यस्टरडे में, सर चेंज करना चाहिए ये जो टाइम टेबल को, हमको आपको आपको क्या दिक्कत होता है आने के लिए, पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए। मैं इनको बोला, ये मुझको फोन किया था, बोले, मैं बोला जो ठीक है 9 AM to 11 AM कर दो, इस क्लास को अरेंज करो। इग्नो वाला बोले जो ओके ठीक है, कल ले जाओ 5 से 7, फिर डिसाइड करेंगे, आपको इन्फॉर्म करेंगे, मुझको बोले थे। क्या हुआ मुझको पता नहीं। कल बाय दिस टाइम again I have to take class tomorrow by
Good evening, sir.
5 to 7. I told them to arrange class from 9 AM to 11 AM। ये बोले जो ठीक है, मुझको बोले जो, फिर बाद में बोले जो नहीं कल आप 5 से 7 बजे फिर करो, देखेंगे हम अरेंज करेंगे वो
सर
करेंगे।
एक्सक्यूज मी सर,
हाँ,
मेरा एक निवेदन है सर, कुछ पीपीटी का आप उपयोग करते तो हमको ज्यादा समझ में आता सर। सर पीपीटी के माध्यम से कुछ पढ़ाते तो ज्यादा समझ में आता हम लोग।
अरे तो वहां में हम तो मेरा ये घर में बैठ कर क्लास कर रहे, तो डायरेक्ट क्लासरूम होना चाहिए पीपीटी। ये तो मेरा इंस्ट्रूमेंट नहीं है। प्रॉब्लम आई फेस टेक्नोलॉजिकली, आई एम नॉट savvy।
ओके सर,
टेक्नोलॉजिकली आई एम नॉट very strong।
Okay sir,
I take the help of my daughter। I am a retired person। During my time technology was not used।
Yes
That's
sir,
why
yes sir।
I had to preparing the PPT, get take times, then laptop, I have to use a laptop, but here I am taking your class by using mobile, remember, by the help of daughter, I am using this instrument only। That is my limitation। Okay।
Yes sir, yes sir।
Sir, whatever
my limitation।
Okay sir।
सर
I am thorough। I am thorough in a direct face-to-face classroom। Traditional method of traditional way of teaching, not online way of।
So sir,
that only we need
thorough
face to face।
to teach you
when to we will
by using this online class। I am habituated with a face-to-face interaction, direct traditional way of teaching। I am a retired
sir, you
person।
can share your screen।
Okay।
You can share your
Okay sir,
screen।
okay sir।
Okay, thank you। Let us start। क्या बोलिए शालिनी, बोलिए शालिनी।
हेलो सर।
सर
क्या प्रॉब्लम
क्लासेस
आपका?
ऑफलाइन प्लीज अरेंज करा दीजिए, ऑनलाइन में प्रॉब्लम होता है।
ऑनलाइन है तो प्रॉब्लम है, होता है ना, ऑनलाइन
यस
तो
सर,
प्रॉब्लम है।
ऑफलाइन नहीं हो
तो
गया हमारा सेशन।
ऑफलाइन में क्या ना, ये तो बोला था हमारा जो कोणार्क में एक नवोदय ट्रेनिंग सेंटर है, कोणार्क पुरी
जी।
Last time
Yes, sir।
I went there, students came, participants came, they stayed in the hostel last time। They stayed in hostel for 7 days। class was conducted, खाना पीना घूमना
सर दैट
हुआ
विल
था।
बी
ये तो
कंफर्टेबल
डायरेक्ट
सर।
क्लास, ये तो ऑनलाइन क्लास, you will not be benefited out of online class। That is what I feel। Online class very problematic। Direct
सर
classroom,
डिस्टर्बेंस भी बहुत होता है, आर्गुमेंट्स होते हैं, डिस्टर्बेंस होता है और कुछ समझ नहीं आता है।
ये ना, ये तो प्रॉब्लम है ना ऑनलाइन क्लास। तो ये तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम है। आप
सर बाकी
क्यों नहीं
सब्जेक्ट्स की भी तो
बोलते?
ऑफलाइन ट्रेनिंग हुई थी,
अरे
हम
भाई,
लोगों की भी ऑफलाइन
अरे
करा दीजिए।
डायरेक्ट क्लास आप क्यों नहीं बोलते? डायरेक्ट हमको लिए आप कंप्लेन कर रहा था अथॉरिटी को, ये ऑनलाइन क्लास में अच्छा बेनिफिट नहीं होता, क्योंकि ना डिस्टर्बेंसेस होते, वो होते, ये होते। डायरेक्ट क्लासरूम, डायरेक्ट क्लासरूम तो बेनिफिट ना। अब तो यार हैबिचुएटेड। यस, दो प्रोग्राम हम कंडक्ट किया डायरेक्ट क्लासरूम। ये जो कोणार्क में, पूरी कोणार्क में एक नवोदय
yes sir, NLI है sir.
Yes, yes.
NLI Puri में
That Puri, Navodaya training center. Hostel is there. Participants came. I went there. Took this class in the classroom.
हमारे स्कूल से भी टीचर्स भुवनेश्वर गए
सर
थे
हम लोग नहीं बोल सकते, आप बोल सकते हैं कि भाई हम डायरेक्ट ही पढ़ा पाते हैं और हम ऑनलाइन में हमें दिक्कत है, आप बोल सकते हैं, हम कहाँ बोलेंगे सर।
I am frustrated.
सर आप हमारे बिहाफ पर बोल सकते हैं ना।
Sir, you are also feeling the same problem. I understand your problem. Okay, क्या करेंगे? हमारा हाथ में तो ये नहीं, ऑनलाइन क्लास तो ठीक है नहीं है।
हमारे बिहाफ पर तो बोल सकते हैं ना।
सुनिए, frankly speaking, they will give me 707 for online class. They will only provide me 750 rupees. Direct class 6,000 rupees they were giving me.
सर हैरेसमेंट होता है, आपके साथ भी हैरेसमेंट होता है क्योंकि उल्टा सीधा रिप्लाई आता है।
6,000 rupees they are giving me 6,000 rupees, but for this class they will give me only 750 rupees. You see, what do you learn from me? 750 में क्या लर्न करेंगे आप? ये 6
वेल एजुकेटेड, इसमें कोई इशू नहीं है।
डायरेक्ट डिस्कशन होते हैं, क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं हम क्लासरूम में, आपको आपका प्रॉब्लम ये क्या वो करेंगे आप? तो साइलेंट पे जस्ट वन वे ट्रैफिक होते ना, बट वन वे ट्रैफिक, यू आर नॉट इंटरेक्टिंग विथ मी इन द क्लासरूम.
Yes,
I ask question, give example, tell you, give your suggestion, give your views. I will ask question to you, you will give answer, but here not possible.
सर जो कंटेंट इग्नू से आया है उसमें जो आप पढ़ा रहे हैं वो उसी से पढ़ा रहे हैं आप?
ना ये ठीक नहीं है, ये क्या है, ये वन वे ट्रैफिक है. I will go on teaching, you just silently listen to you.
Yes sir.
Or I can ask you question. Okay.
Yes,
Tomorrow we will take class. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
सर हम लोग का अटेंडेंस नहीं होगा।
Okay, thank you. I will tell them to send you materials. If you have not got, they will send you. I will tell them.
So what will be the timings for tomorrow classes?
Tomorrow same.
हाँ सर, हमको मटेरियल अभी तक नहीं मिला सर. I can't get any material from IGNOU.
Okay. Salin, have you got material? Salin.
Yes sir.
Salin, have you got material from IGNOU?
Yes sir.
Some of you have not got
I have not
material.
yet opened it.
Yes sir, I am Manish Dikshit. I have not got any material from IGNOU sir.
सबको मिला?
नहीं मिला सर.
मुझे भी खोला नहीं है अभी तक.
अभी तक मिला नहीं. मैं I will telephone them. Okay. Just now I am talking with them. They will send you material immediately. Okay.
Please provide me.
Sir,
Hello?
thank you sir.
Thank you.
Sir, please provide me book.
Thank you sir.
Hello sir. Hello.
बोलिए क्या बोलते हैं?
Sir, I can't get material from IGNOU. So please
material.
tell them.
Okay, I am talking with them.
Talking with them. Okay sir. Myself Manish Dikshit from JNB सीधी.
सर मुझे कोई भी मटेरियल नहीं मिला, ना इग्नू से ना समिति से, कुछ भी नहीं सर.
हाँ सेम थिंग, सेम मैंने from IGNOU.
Then how can you appear exam?
Most of us facing these types of problems sir.
Exam ना. Material जब मिलेगा तो exam appear करो ना, तो प्रोफाइल करोगे. ठीक है. I will talk with them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you sir.
Thank you all. Let us stop. Tomorrow we will meet
सर
about
बुक
this
प्रोवाइड
time.
करा दीजिए मटेरियल.
Okay.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Al tukulu.
हेलो विपिन। प्रोफेसर सर नमस्कार।
अरे नमस्कार नमस्कार।
मजा आ रहा सर ट्रेनिंग में।
अरे हम तो भूल ही गए थे, अभी ज्वाइन हुए।
नहीं मालूम रहा क्या?
हाँ
अरे भाई आप लोग ये जो लाइन के ऊपर बिना ट्रेनिंग आप लेक्चर दे रहे थे। हेलो हेलो, अरे सुनाई दे रहा है कि नहीं? हेलो
ट्रेनिंग खत्म हो गई सर।
हेलो हेलो, अरे सुनाई दे रहा है कि नहीं? हेलो सर, सुनाई दे रहा है तुमको?